Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Jason with Destination Fulltime, and today I'm going to share with you a couple of recipes that you can use for your holiday party, your New Year's Eve party, or even the Super Bowl that's coming up. So the first thing we're going to do is make some candied bacon with bourbon. So maple bourbon candied bacon is actually what we're going to make. And then we'll have a salsa that Julie's going to come in and show you how to do in just a few minutes after we're done with this. This recipe is super simple. It just uses a couple of ingredients. Of course, you need some bacon, thick cut bacon. Use whatever brand you like. Some bourbon, same thing with that. Use whatever brand you like. And then some maple syrup and brown sugar. We already have some, so that's why it's in the Ziploc bag. So we're gonna go ahead and get this mixed up and go from there. So first off, we're gonna need 3/4 cup of brown sugar. We have light brown sugar, so that's what we're going to use. I think you could even use dark brown sugar or regular brown sugar if you want, but I like the light, so that's what we're going to use. And we need 3/4 cup, so I'm going to dump some of that in here. I always tap down my brown sugar. 3/4 cup. Dump it in. Break it up and we're all set. All right, we need 2/3 cup of maple syrup. I'm just going to pour that in here, and we'll go just a touch over because the container is going to take a little bit of it. And you're going to dump that into your bowl. All right, very good. And now we need the good stuff. 1/4 cup of bourbon. I just happen to have a little handy measuring container here. We're gonna go 1/4 cup right to the top. Dump that in. And since we got this open, I happen to have a little ice in this. We'll have a little bit of that for good measure over some ice. Yes, that's going to be good. Once you got everything into your bowl, you take a whisk and you're just going to start whisking this all together until it becomes a liquid. And that's what you got, folks. Now, what I'm going to do is come in here and open up this bacon. You could do it all as far as, you know, leave it in as it is. What I like to do is cut it in half because it's easier to work with. Because you're going to have to take this bacon and put it into this wash. So I'm going to cut the bacon in two. Just like that. So here's the deal. If you were sophisticated, you would have some cooking spray and you'd spray your grate here so the bacon doesn't stick on it. Somehow we are out of that. So we're going to be a little less than sophisticated, and I'm going to take a paper towel and we're going to put a little olive oil on it and wipe this down just so it's not quite as sticky. Just a little coating, all you need. And we'll wipe that up at the bottom. And just make sure you get you some on all the rack. Just as good as any kind of spray ever would be. Now, what we're going to do is, again, whisk this back up. You're going to have to mix this up a little bit because it's been sitting. Now you're going to take your bacon. And you're going to get your fingers dirty, so if you're worried about getting sticky, you're cooking the wrong thing. Alright, and then you can see we're all set. We're ready to put it in the oven. Alright guys, we're going to take this now. Our oven is preheated 375. We're going to put it in for 18 minutes. Then we're going to pull it out and glaze the other side. Flip it and glaze the other side. And put it in for another 18 minutes. Let's throw her in. Oh yeah, that's hot. Alright guys, now we're going to take it out of the oven. It's been in there for 18 minutes. It's smelling pretty darn good. You can see what she's looking like right there. Alright, so after you pull them out, you're going to flip them over, baste them again with some of the mix that we mixed up, and then put them back in for another 18 minutes. Oh yeah. Don't be stingy. All right. We're going to put them back in the oven. Set our timer for another 18 minutes. Alright, check back in a minute. Alright, it's been another 18 minutes. Now this time could vary a little bit based on your oven, obviously. We live in an RV, so our oven, I went 400 degrees instead of 375. But you got to know your oven and times. But when you pull it out, it should be nice and dark like this. You can see that. You're just going to let that sit. As it cools off, it's going to harden, and it'll be very, very crispy and very, very delicious. All right, guys, the time of truth is here. Let's get us a piece of this and sample it. Look at that. Very solid, you can tell. Looks delicious. Oh my. That is on point. Saltiness of bacon, sweetness of the glaze that we put on it. Very, very, very good. If you don't like bourbon, most of it cooks out. You don't really even taste it. Very sweet and salty. Delicious. I highly recommend it. We're going to do a salsa video now. Not dancing, but actually doing a salsa video of making a cranberry cherry salsa. You're gonna love that as well. Again, this is just for, you know, parties, quick, simple things to make, and this will be a hit at any party, I can guarantee you. Maple bourbon glazed candied bacon. Excellent.
So I'm going to teach you a really cool recipe that's really good. Everyone's going to love it, and it's super easy to make. It's actually called cranberry cherry salsa. I got the recipe from my mom, and it's something that we've made over the years that have been very popular. 1 large green pepper diced, like here. You need 2 jalapenos diced, and then you need 1 large red onion diced. You need a pound of cherry preserves you can get in a jar, and you need 3 6-ounces of craisins, or you can get 2 10-ounce bags as well. And then salt and pepper for tasting. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put it all in this bowl, and we're gonna mix it up, and then we're gonna let it marinate overnight. And then it's gonna be ready to go for anything you have going on the next night. So I'm just mixing it. I might need a bigger bowl actually. Should I get a bigger bowl? Let's get a bigger bowl so I have plenty of time to stir it. All right, so I miscalculated. I need a bigger bowl. There we go. Now Jason is my dicer, so he did a great job dicing everything for me, because I just like to do the mixing part. Clean up my mess there. All right, then we're going to scoop in 2 jalapenos. Now, if you want it spicier, you can put more jalapenos. You can do 3, 4, whatever you want, however many jalapenos. This is a good little bit of bite, but not too much. And then we're going to mix in the green pepper, like so. And then we're going to start opening each bag. Oh, it tore easy. That was nice. Of the craisins. This looks crazy. Can you believe this turns into a salsa? It's so good. And it has a little bit of kick to it, which is, you know, what everybody likes. And the color is just right for the holidays. So I need to get scissors. Because, of course, all of them were not going to rip perfectly like I thought they were, because that would just be too easy. No, that's easy! All right. So we're going to pour them all in there. I'm glad I got the bigger bowl. That was necessary. And we're just going to cut this one so we don't even worry about whether it's going to open right or not. They look crazy. Look at that. And then you just break them up. Break them all the pieces up. Look at that. Oh my goodness. And then the whole 1 pound jar of cherry preserves. This does not seem like it would be really good, but it is. My husband and I have had it many times. Jason.
Absolutely. It's very, very, very tasty. Sorry, I was drifting off with just what that looks like. And thinking about how good it actually tastes.
It's actually like perfect Christmas colors, but it's a really good appetizer if you want for a Christmas party, New Year's party, Super Bowl party, or just a regular football party. There's so much going on. Everybody's always hanging out. It doesn't seem like it's really wet.
It gets wet. It's going to draw some of the moisture out of the onions and the peppers, and it's going to have a nice little sauce with it, juice with it, I guess is what you'd call it, once it sits overnight.
Absolutely, and that makes a lot of salsa. And I'm going to put some pepper on it, because you got to have a good flavor.
Yeah, you can add salt and pepper even afterwards.
Yeah, so what we're going to do is just keep mixing it up just a little bit more. Okay, so we're going to add one more thing to it, and my family never has to worry about vampires because we love our garlic, and we just want to give it a little more of a kick by adding the garlic cloves to it, or minced garlic actually. It's already minced, which is perfect. Just stir it all in. Oh my god, it smells so incredible, but I can't wait till tomorrow when it starts to really marinate, and it's gonna be good. Now you can keep this overnight. You can do 1 night, 2 nights, either way.
It just gets better.
It does just get better. So this is going to be perfect. Now I'm going to cover it and stick it in the fridge, and we will check it out tomorrow. All right, welcome back. We are about to try it. It's been marinating overnight, and I'm so excited. So here it is. Here's the bowl. This is what it looks like. Make sure you get a close-up of that. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? So I'm going to stir it one more time. Look at those juices. That's so beautiful. And then I say we open a bag of Fritos, and the cameraman and I get to try it.
Yep.
Oh my god.
I've been looking forward to it.
That's incredible. It's incredible. You have to make this. It is so good. And look at the colors. It's just beautiful, vibrant colors. I gotta finish eating it because it's so good. But here comes the cameraman.
It's surprisingly not spicy. You might think with the jalapenos and bell peppers that it would be spicy. Not spicy at all. It's
But
good.
you can actually add more jalapenos to it to make it spicier if that's what you want.
Yeah, but I think it's something even kids would eat because it's not, like I said, it's not real spicy at all.
It's not sweet. It's just perfect.
Yep.
It's perfect.
We hope that you like this video, subscribe to our channel, and we will see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.